Firstly, this video is incredibly serious, so I'm going to be uploading it not only on my YouTube channel, which is on the link on the screen before you, but my personal Facebook, my personal Facebook account, my Instagram account, and my Twitter account, and my TikTok account. First of all, I want to say thank you all for watching this and watching all of my videos that I've been posting up there. Thank you for listening to me, although a lot of you might not agree respectfully with what I say. So let's get down to cases. A few weeks ago, I uploaded a video about why a black man like me should vote for Donald Trump. I've been asking everyone in the MAGA, Republican Party, and everyone out there for an answer to that very question. And none of them, not a single person in the Republican Party or the Trump camp can give me an answer. The answer is that they can't give me an answer. At least a clear, concise one. They all go off about how Donald Trump has done so much good for the African American. That's not true. He hasn't done any good for African Americans. Now they'll post photos of him standing next to Jesse Jackson or Rosa Parks or Muhammad Ali, or they'll even cut into people who've worked in this campaign. But what exactly has he done for African Americans? Not only as president, but outside of being president. The answer is nothing. Before he became president, his record on race was bad. It still is bad, but then it was bad. He was sued by the federal government for violation of civil rights. So why should I vote for a person who violated the civil rights of African Americans? Why should I vote for a person who published a full-page article calling for the deaths of 5 innocent people, the Central Park 5, the exonerated 5, and to this very day has not apologized or admitted that he was wrong? They can't give me an answer on that. They can't give me an answer because there is no answer. And while being president of the United States, what did he do for African Americans? Some people will say he gave money to HBCUs. Fine. Historically black colleges and universities. Good. But what does that translate to actually doing something for African Americans? When it comes to the tangibles, did he protect civil rights? The answer is no, he didn't. Did he protect African Americans from police brutality? We know he did not do that. So why, as an African American, should I put my life, my freedom, the lives and freedom of my family in the hands of someone like Donald Trump? The answer is I can't and I shouldn't. And neither should any of you.
I'm here only because they cheat. And they cheat in this state, especially in Philadelphia. And I mentioned a couple of the areas, but for the most part, Philadelphia is out of control. Detroit is out of control. Atlanta is out of control. Places are out of control. Out of control.
We already know that Donald Trump has no respect for anyone else outside of his little orbit. And I don't think he respects them either. Because quite honestly, the moment you question him, the moment you say anything wrong about him, he will turn against you in a heartbeat. It's only a matter of time before he says, you said something wrong about me, or you didn't say anything right about me to what I want you to say. You're done. You're out of the circle. You're out. You're the enemy. Expect a mean tweet. That's what he is. That's what he does. Now, regardless of how you feel about Kamala Harris, I don't have to worry about my life and my freedom with her. Not because she's black, not because she's a woman of color, but because she has spent her life, her career protecting people. As a prosecutor, as a senator, as attorney general, as district attorney, and now as vice president. But some MAGA out there is going to scream, why didn't she do anything to protect us the last 4 years? What about the border? What about this and that and the other? Bureaucratic interference by the MAGA made her and President Biden incapable of doing their jobs. We have a border bill that would have, matter of fact, on TikTok and on Facebook, I uploaded the video of Kamala Harris's speech yesterday while she was at the border. She gave perhaps the best speech about why the border is the way it is. It isn't because Joe Biden just wringed his hands on it. It wasn't because Kamala Harris didn't care. It's because they couldn't get the job done because Republicans in Congress stopped her from getting the job done, stopped him from getting the job done.
It is a choice between common sense solutions and the same old political games. In the 4 years that Donald Trump was president, he did nothing to fix our broken immigration system. He did not solve the shortage of immigration judges. He did not solve the shortage of border agents. He did not create lawful pathways into our nation. He did nothing to address an outdated asylum system and did not work with other governments in our hemisphere to deal with what clearly is also a regional challenge. As overdoses went up during his presidency, he fought to slash funding for the fight against fentanyl. And what did he do instead? Well, let's talk about that. He separated families. He ripped toddlers out of their mother's arms, put children in cages, and tried to end protections for dreamers. He made the challenges at the border worse. And he is still fanning the flames of fear and division. And let me be clear, that is not the work of a leader. That is not the work of a leader. And that is, in fact, I think we all believe, an abdication of leadership. And so on behalf of all across our nation who want to see these problems solved, I say we cannot accept Donald Trump's failure to lead. We should not permit scapegoating instead of solutions. And let's see what's happening. Let's not permit scapegoating instead of solutions, or rhetoric instead of results.
Those are the facts, ladies and gentlemen. As much as you want to hate Joe Biden for it, you got no reason to hate him for it. You got no reason to hate Harris for it. Donald Trump told the MAGA not to vote in support of the bill. And you see where the problem leads into.
Why were you against the House, against the Senate border deal, the bipartisan border?
Well, they allow 5,000 people a week. Number one, that, but it also made it much better for the opposing side. I don't know if you've heard this, but I came up with this one: migrant crime. There's violent crime, there's migrant crime. We have a new category of crime. It's called migrant crime, and it's going to be worse than any other form of crime.
But I'm going to make this clear to you all. Do we have a border problem? Yes, we do. Do we have an immigration problem? Yes, we do. Do we need to solve it? Yes, we do. Donald Trump has given no solutions as to how to solve it. He just wants to go around this country like some gigantic Gestapo army, start pulling people who may be immigrants, either illegal or legal, or just people of color, people like me, who were born in this country. Hickam Air Force Base, Honolulu, Hawaii. That's where I was born. And in case I forgot, and in case I don't know, Hawaii is a state of the United States. So, what's your case going to be against me when you come after me? I'll get back to that in a few moments. But Kamala Harris this weekend gave a speech about as to what she wants to do to protect the border. Now, I've uploaded that video on my accounts, on social media accounts. So if you want to watch them, go ahead. Here's what I'm trying to say, though. What's Donald Trump's strategy? There is none, outside of Project 2025, which pretty much calls for every police department to go after anyone who's suspected of being an illegal immigrant, suspected of being an immigrant. So what happens then? You're going to come after me? I'm an American citizen, born in the USA and proud of it. So what's going to happen when they come after you or someone you know, just because they fit the description of an immigrant? Just because they are suspected of being here illegally. So, what then? And another thing we need to talk about is the followers of Donald Trump. Another reason why this man cannot be allowed to be president. I'm sorry for the tapping and everything else. I'm making this video and it's raining outside, so hence the tapping. Just this week, I posted another video on YouTube exposing the racism that Donald Trump followers have been pushing. And it goes beyond calling me the N-word. Yeah, they went there. And calling me all kinds of racial names. And that leads into the immigration situation. They even accused me of eating a dog just because I'm black. I'm not Haitian. And besides that fact, it's incredibly insulting to them to say that Haitians eat dogs with no proof whatsoever. It's been debunked over and over again by city officials, by the governor of Ohio. And real talk, I live in central Ohio, about 50 miles away from Springfield, Ohio, where all this is supposedly taking place. I would know if something like this were happening. But J.D. Vance and Donald Trump are spreading these lies and putting lives in danger. And now it's spread to everyone who happens to be dark. These morons, just a few days ago in the video that I mentioned, they they actually accused me of actually doing this. So, what's the rationale? What's the reason why they're doing it? I'll tell you the reason they're doing it. They're doing it because of racism. Straight up, complete and total racism. All in the service of Donald Trump. And frankly, it has got to stop. Now, you may not like Kamala Harris as to how she became the nominee. I may not even like it. But this is a damn better sight than what's coming from Donald Trump. This weekend, Donald Trump I don't even know what the hell he was talking about. 1 minute he's talking about a fly.
Remember, there's a hat that's made that sells like crazy. Oh, there's a fly. Oh, I wonder where the fly came from. See, 2 years ago, I wouldn't have had a fly up here. You're changing rapidly.
The next minute, he's talking about sunbathing.
I could have been sunbathing on the beach. You have never seen a body so beautiful. Much better than Sleepy Joe.
I should be sunbathing. What is with this guy? And this is a guy the MAGA are falling on their hands and knees to worship. And yeah, it is worship. No sane person would vote for a man who talks about sunbathing to a public audience. No person who's sane would vote for a person who can't even answer a simple question about jobs in Michigan and go off on a tangent as to how he was the man of the year. No person who was defeated in a debate, as Donald Trump was, regardless of how many times he wants to say, I won the debate, I won the debate, I don't need to debate another debate, I won the debate. They're eating the cow dogs, they're eating the geese. No sane person would actually vote for that. No sane person would vote for that. And it's time for all of us to understand that Donald Trump is not sane. Now, maybe losing the debate may have been the linchpin of what's happening to him, but he has been marching towards this progressively for years. And now he is finally broken. So, as a black man, why should I vote for that? Why should I vote for a man who's obviously mentally disturbed, mentally broken? Why should I vote for a man who has a very damning, destructive history when it comes to race? Why should I vote for a man? Why should I seriously vote for a man who has nothing, who's not running to run our country, running to govern our nation, but just because of his own ego? Why should I vote for a man who has the support of some of the biggest scumbags out there that I've ever met? Again, I have been called every name in the book by Donald Trump supporters. I've been called everything in the book short of a child of God or an American. So why should I vote with them? Maybe you MAGA can explain it to me. You guys who are voting for Donald Trump can explain it to me. I don't get it. And I will not ever vote for this kind of person. I can't do it. If you want to be biblical, let's get biblical. Donald Trump, to me, it's like shaking the hand of the devil to do the Lord's work. You shake the hand of the devil and you con yourself into thinking that you're doing the Lord's work, that you're actually fulfilling his prophecies by voting for a monster like Trump. That is too high a price for anyone to pay. And I can't pay it. And I won't pay that price. Now, Donald Trump could possibly be reelected. Perish the thought, but it's possible. Regardless of the polls, forget about the poll numbers. Make a plan to vote. Because Donald Trump is not going out quietly. And he is going to take out a lot of people. His supporters are going to take out a lot of people to stop it. Make no mistake as to what I'm saying to you. Donald Trump cannot be allowed back into the White House. Because if he is, it will be the end of the United States of America. And I'm blameless on that. I threw up the red flag years ago. But no one listened to me. Everyone ignored me. Everyone ignored all of us while thousands of people were dying during the COVID-19 nightmare, where jobs were being lost. Lives are being lost. And you expect me to vote for that again? You expect me to vote for Donald Trump again? Put a monster like that back in the White House who got hundreds of thousands of Americans killed? 1 million before it was actually under control? The answer is no. I am not going to vote for Trump. I will never vote for that monster. And you can call me whatever name you want. You can call me every name up to and past the N-word. The one thing you're gonna call me is American. Because that's why I'm not voting for Trump, because I'm an American. This is America. This isn't a third world country. This isn't Nazi Germany. This is America. And Donald Trump has not learned that basic lesson. He learned it to an extent on January in 2020. And he failed to learn that lesson in January 2021 when he sent an armed mob to attack the Capitol. He's going to learn that lesson, that all-important lesson, come this year. But it's up to you and it's up to me to stop him, to force him to sit down in the chair and learn the lesson. You don't screw with the United States of America. And if you do, you better win. And if you lose, you better have a new plan. And if you don't have a new plan, you need to start running as far away from this country, from the White House, from this nation, from everything you say you hold dear, as fast as you can. Start grieving now, Trump. Hem your garments to the heavens. It'll save you time down the road. But first, run. Because the ass kicking that you've been praying, that you've been trying to preempt, is coming for you. The United States is not going to tolerate what you are any longer. We suffered this crap for 10 years. Enough is enough. And for you MAGA out there who are just so angry that I'm saying all this, angry that I'm not bowing down to Trump, angry that I'm saying all the things that you should be saying, here I am. Say it. I'm not afraid anymore. I got no reason to be afraid. I'm terrified if Trump gets back in the office. But my soul is clean. Is yours? CTP Know The Truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.